So as is normal, when a new test iteration comes out, I decided to jump on the test server and see what was up. This is 9.1 test iteration 1, playing my Object 430 to try out new sounds and new visual effects. There'll also be a couple videos from other tanks. This is also a good demonstration of how you play as a forest spotter on Murovanka, and in fact how to use a forest in general. I decided not to go on the ridgeline for once, just to change things up a little. The Object 430 has the best camera of any tier 10 tank. It's quite low to the ground, although not as much as it used to be. It's also quite mobile and has a good gun, so it's a good sort of general purpose medium. The armor is also capable of holding up against a few things that most mediums can't take hits from, so decide to head this way, stick to the left, always stick to the 8 line when you come through the forest, because if you go through the 0 line, it's actually more open because there are a lot of trees there, but there's no ground clutter, there's no bushes or anything. And also, as you can probably tell, I'm sitting up on a slight ridge at the moment because there's a ridge line, a berm that runs all the way down the 8 line, which basically protects anything inside forest from being shot at from the outside and protects anything outside forest from being shot at from inside. So where I am now, I can't be seen and I can't be shot very easily. First customer is a JPE. I'm not shooting at him just because I don't want to risk it. Object 430 turns up. Now, I'm behind at least 2 or 3 rows of bushes here. I could quite comfortably shoot him and not be spotted by him or the JPE. The problem is, I don't know what else is in the forest with me yet, so I decide to hold off. As well as that, I've got a number of very big angry things behind me, so I'm just hoping to spot for them. As you can hear, they've changed the sound effect for inside the tank when moving in stationary. They've also added a turret traverse sound effect, although it only activates when the turret traverses above a certain rate. If you slowly traverse it, it doesn't play any sound still. They've also changed the gun sounds. The guns are kind of an issue of contention. They actually sound like tank guns. The problem is they don't have enough crack to them. So while they sound somewhat more realistic than usual, people are complaining, oh, they sound too weak or they don't sound distinctive enough. It's good though that wargaming is starting to get closer to what tank guns should sound like, and probably they'll eventually get there. It would also be nice to not have to run sound mods for the game, because they have a tendency to affect performance quite significantly. So those TDs behind me are getting stuff done. Both those mediums have been cleaned up. The other flank's been pretty much taken care of at this point. Now I feel safe to shoot. Now you can see all the bushes here on this left side. That's why I'm sticking to this side. When I cross over slightly towards the middle, the bushes disappear. No matter which side of the map you spawn on, if you're going to go into the forest, stay on the 8 line. Do not ever go into the 0 line unless you want to die. So it seems Wargaming still have not fixed the auto-aim bug in replays. I'm not sure if they even know about it. I think I posted about it on the bugs forum, but I guess I just haven't got around to it yet. So it was a pretty quick, easy game. My team did most of the work, particularly in the west, but I was able to pick up quite a decent amount of spotting from just sitting in that forest. Ideally, if this was the NA server, I'd be a little more confident in moving and shooting because I wouldn't have nearly a third of a second of lag to deal with, but not a bad match. I think this is my first match on the 9.1 test, or my second match or something, so it was a pretty good welcome to it.